Oh man, this is so funny. I swear, only in this world. Okay, so y'all, apparently the Xbox Positron program is now here. Asha just announced it, right? But here's the thing. All this talk about preserving physical, which we know is bar none in this world. You got 4% physical support coming out of the Xbox world this year in the United States of America. Worldwide, it's like 3% or 2%. It's terrible. The physical game library, according to her, is more than a collection of discs. We don't want you to have physical libraries. Please turn it into a digital license. Yeah, this is what Microsoft is doing now. And somehow some people are thinking that this is great. No, what they're telling you is that the future models are going to be all digital because they're going to be PCs. And besides, the Xbox Helix may have some console-like aspect, but then at the end of the day, it's going to be discless. Even if you get an optional disk drive, you're going to be paying more money for that. It's already going to be ridiculous. We saw the ROG Ally whatever yesterday coming up at 1300 OLED screen, right? The ROG Ally $1,300 OLED screen edition. Yeah, and then the $2,500 anniversary one. We know Asus makes the price, but they team up with Microsoft. So, it's like, do you think that the Helix is going to be cheaper than that? No, it's going to be more expensive. I'm trying to tell you that. You're not listening. So it's like, bro, nobody cares because nobody's going to buy your hardware besides diehard Xbox fanboys and the same people that come on my channel from the losers channel. The lamester guys like, oh, yeah, your people. Okay, yeah, that's not saying much. We got mud brains. Okay, so are we ready to get into this? Become a member. Leave a tip down below. Like, comment, and subscribe as usual. Here we go. Your physical game library is more than a collection of discs. PR blah, blah, blah. It holds years of memories and stories worth preserving. Probably got this from Phil Spencer. Starting next week, Xbox Insiders, gotta be an Xbox Insider, can unlock a digital entitlement. Remember, Microsoft actually was been sending people emails telling them you don't own anything. So please turn your disc into a digital license that you got for physical, because that ain't even that anymore. You'll see this. Starting next week, Xbox Insiders can unlock a digital entitlement for supported physical games. We'll start with thousands of titles and add more as we can, because we're trying to move you into the digital matrix. If I was going to give you physical backwards compatibility support, then why am I telling you to turn your games to a digital entitlement? Because I'm trying to preserve your games, but I don't want to preserve it as a disc. I want to preserve it as a digital license. Sony may end up doing the same thing. I mean, that's cool. I'm for digital, so I don't care. I wouldn't have any physical stuff sitting around. But for people who are thinking that there's going to be a solution in the Xbox world, as I told you before, that's the worst world to go to. Matt Piscatella said the same thing, so did Daniel Ahmed. And tons of other people. There's no physical solution in the Xbox. Your last solution was the Series X. That's it. Series S don't even have that. So what were you doing? So majority of you have that, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, your disc don't work if you got a Series S. Even if you have some old copies, what are you gonna go play the older console? So what do you mean backwards compatibility, physical disc support? Please stop being fake. All right, so are we ready to take a look at this? Let's laugh at it too, because it's like, ooh, here we go. Digital license from physical preservation unlocked. Please do this. Hypocrites. And please get ready for the future models that are going to be priced so high that only a certain amount of people are going to buy it. But whoever's there to pay for it, take that disc and make it digital. Yeah, turn it into a license. I don't think it's bad that you can turn your disc into digital license, but what this is also about is the hypocrisy and over-hate towards PlayStation, when their digital system is better anyways. Now, this is beating Sony for like, hey, if you wanted to get one of my OEM models or my overpriced somewhat console, which ain't going to sell that much, then we're giving you the option to convert. But here's the thing. In the PlayStation world, they're going to sell like 10, 15 times more consoles. So you see, like when you're thinking about PlayStation, you're like, you know what? I have a whole entire library here. Like, and they're actually going to sell. And it's not going to be over $1,000 or $1,000. Trust me on this. So that's a market that you know that's going to be massive. And it's still going to be huge on third-party developer support. But all of them are going to go all digital. Every single one of them. The majority. Just watch. And you're not going to get PlayStation exclusives. And they're still going to be getting your games. And they're going to be getting money hats that Steam is only going to have. So if you're going to get an Xbox console, it's not going to have Steam on it. You're in the same ballpark right now, except the install base is going to be so low, they're going to have to do everything cross-gen with the Series X. And S is still going to be there. It's just going to be the higher option. You see what I'm saying? Unless you want to get a PC model, it's kind of like the ROG Ally. That's literally what it's going to be. It's not that hard to realize that's what they're doing. So Asus is going to have a Xbox Helix OEM model themed or whatever. Maybe Lenovo, maybe Dell, whoever, you know what I mean? Like whoever's in that world, most likely it's Lenovo Asus, you see? Like, so it's going to be like that. Microsoft may even have a Windows one. But the point is, those are just PCs. PCs you can get right now and build. You don't have to wait on that for that. The Xbox Helix, like I said, right now, all you got to do is have a high-end PC. And you're going to be able to play every game on Steam or on the app on the PC. That's the problem with the next. It's like it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. And everything is digital anyway. So you're literally in the PC world already. You don't even have to move. Now for PlayStation 6, you have to get that. You're not getting those PlayStation games. You can still get all those Xbox games, but with the PlayStation 6 settings at a much cheaper price. Blowing away the PS5 Pro. That's already smoking anything on Xbox anyways. You kind of see what I'm saying? That investment actually makes sense. You're going to have a ton of games on there. Plus Sony's unique PlayStation Plus service. And being more powerful than 90-something% of PCs on the market. What do I mean by that? What the PCs that people actually have right now. The PlayStation 6 is going to absolutely smoke you. You're going to have to play catch up this time. It's not going to be when the PlayStation 6 launches, PC is going to be so far ahead. Those days are over with. Nobody's going to go buy those overpriced PCs now. Now, when I guarantee you when that happens, NVIDIA is going to have out like the 7000 series. Bro, it's going to cost you like $4,000, $5,000 to get a PC like that. Whereas Sony's going to be giving you a deal to where if you want to get that in the PC world, you would have to spend like double that money, triple that money actually. So that's why I'm saying like, it's starting to like become the opposite now, where consoles that used to be behind are now ahead in a lot of other categories. The only thing that ever grew in PC was Capcom, but now Nintendo's getting a chunk of that growth and taking that. So we're going to see what happens with that. Though Sony will still be bigger in PC, but what I'm saying is that they're not going to have that huge pie anymore because Nintendo Switch 2 third-party support is growing. It is. And it'll only get bigger as time goes on, and then they drop the OLED and Switch 3, which there's not going to be any more differences after that. At that point, it just doesn't matter anymore. That stuff it's been died down. So yeah, this right here is a perfect example of, I didn't say I'm giving you a disk drive for the Helix. And even then, I'm telling you to convert for a reason. Because if Helix was coming with a disk drive, why am I doing this? Common sense, right? John says, announce a disk drive for next-gen consoles, and it's an instant win. See, something is wrong with people like this. Do you see anybody? Nobody is paying attention to them. Because Xbox fanboys don't have that much intelligence like you think they do. I'm telling you, they don't. Nobody is going to care because nobody's going to buy it. And nobody buys physical games in the Xbox world. It's funny that you post that, but PlayStation sales have not slowed down, even after the price hike. They're battling now head-to-head with Nintendo recently. Your sales have gotten worse. Nobody cares. All that, and it did not change anything. No matter what you do, Xbox hardware is a ghost. Nobody cares about it. You can't seem to understand the obvious writing on the wall. The cat's out the bag. It's all right here in front of you. Nobody cares. I'm telling you. You could put a disk drive all you want. I say, hey, come get a free disk drive. Ain't nobody still gonna buy it. That's how much people don't care about Xbox hardware, because it is irrelevant and you have no exclusive identity. You have been trying this, but it is failing significantly. I already told you, don't play that game. They didn't listen. Look at the Gears of War. You know what's so funny? The other day, it got exposed. Gears of War beta numbers, they were including people that had Game Pass. Yeah, how fake this company is? Remove the Game Pass numbers? Terrible numbers. Call of Duty's destroying you, and that comes out every single year. And Steam, they time 10'd you. And you had Game Pass on PC still. Why you think ain't nobody getting on Steam? Because you could play it for free. And don't nobody care to buy Gears. They just wanted to try it with a Game Pass membership. Ain't nobody pre-ordering that. Actually, the pre-orders tanked down to 700 and something place. Now it's down in 1,000 plus range. Like, nobody cares. If you put a disk drive in your next Xbox, you'll win the battle. A lot of people would switch to you. You literally have brain damage. See, all this stuff right here is absolutely dumb. It does not matter. It's the same thing. If, it's Sony rage. Oh, no, bitch, nobody. PlayStation sales didn't even tank down, even after raising the price. They just jacked the price up to $800. Nobody cares. But you can't seem to figure it out. All this stuff is fake. It doesn't matter. You see somebody with a checkmark, fake, right? Will you support actual physical media again, though? Nobody buys physical disc on it. Didn't you just see that you only have a 4% support? Type this stuff in, man. Xbox physical, if you can find it, physical support, 4%. 64% of new physical games sold in the United States of America this year have been on Nintendo. Nintendo is carrying. AG is trying to tell you in all those other videos, Nintendo is the one that is carrying physical. And in Japan, it's really high. So worldwide, Nintendo is the physical platform. They preserve all physical for their first-party games, and nobody outsells Nintendo. Their first-party games sell insane numbers. Nobody has their first-party stats. That's why the physical is so high. It's Nintendo development and publishing that is literally doing this. Look at PlayStation, 32%, Xbox, 4%. Garbage. Don't talk to me about physical. You low IQ puppets. You're so fake. You supported 4% physical in the United States, and that's supposed to be your home base. You don't sell anywhere else. You don't buy games. It's all fake. That's why I'm calling it out. I'm so tired of this fakeness. Bunch of garbage fake gamers, I'm telling you. You don't buy anything. That's why I said, shut up. Don't say nothing. If you're on PC, shut your mouth too. The only people that should be saying something, as I said before, because AJ is right, Nintendo gamers and PlayStation gamers, because that percentage is mad, and you have a right to be. Europe got physical support. Japan has physical support for PlayStation. So PlayStation can talk, Nintendo can talk. Xbox, shut up. PC, please be quiet. Yeah. Coach AGN is talking now. It's time to get crunk on them. All fake behavior. Xbox can make a move here and keep Dinst around. Yeah, clown show. That's what I tell you. Oh, frauds. This reminds me of somebody like that Lambster guy. An absolute idiot. He's one of the dumbest content creators I ran across. Literally no originality. Can't make an original video. You know what's so funny? I remember what MBG said at one video, when he's like, people like that, is that if the only thing they can do when they wake up is stay off the camera and harass people, if they actually tried to go out of that and make original content and try making a thumbnail, they would fail and their views would tank. And they would run away and run back to harassing people, because in reality, they're actual failures in real life. And they can't do nothing original and actually give to people. They're losers. Psychologically, you can observe these people. Not only that, they're so one-sidedly slow that they can be on the worst losing side with the company that's literally taking a dump on them 24/7 and blowing load in their face, and they still will attack PlayStation content creators, Nintendo content creators, and look over there and ignore the problem and never criticize them. Boy, I tell you, if it ain't more bootlicking than that, I don't know what to tell you. That's when you realize, boy, you're dealing with a meat suit puppet. Microsoft just pull the strings all day, and they just take it. Let Microsoft do whatever they want, destroy everything in the Xbox world, and let's still suck their meat. But I'm telling you, that's people like that guy. And they will not get on the camera either, and they will not debate. You see, deep down, they have inferiority complexity issues, and they have insecurity issues. And they keep on mass projecting it. And it's like, how about you do something original? Oh, no, you're going to fail. You know you are. Nobody's going to pay attention to you because you can't. You just got to bum off of other people's pre-made videos. That's the only thing you know how to do. It's like, oh, man, it's so pathetic. And like I said, it's the same thing over and over again in this world where they come and they overhate on PlayStation because they wish that PlayStation success was in the Xbox world. They wish they had that GTA 6 marketing. They wish they had almost 100 million sales. They wish they could do only on Xbox, and wish Game Pass and Xbox Live, what it used to be, was only in the Xbox world and is flourishing. And that Call of Duty could sell 12 million over there when they drop the ports. Nah, you can't do none of that. So it's just because I can't do it, I'm going to hate 24/7. Then you're a hater. You're not a gamer. You don't care about watching other gaming platforms do well if it doesn't fit your deluded ego ideology. Hey, Jen always rips you apart. That's why I don't make any react videos. I'm like, I'm not paying attention to you. Yeah, you ain't on my level. It's so funny, but we had to add that in, though. So you see, this is why you have to call out these people. Because if you go on people's pages like that, the funny thing is the only videos you find is Nintendo hate and PlayStation hate. But you never see anybody in the Xbox world get criticized. But that's the worst thing in the industry by a mile. It's not even close. So you already see everything there, and no original videos, no thumbnails, no getting on the camera, no live debates. It's really bad. And that's the only person in the world doing that. Nobody else that's making content has made videos against AGN. Because if I see that you're big enough, I will react. Yes, I will, and you know that. You know why I don't pay attention to that loser, because, man, don't nobody pay attention to you. Nobody responds. You notice that? Nobody responds on Twitter. Nobody makes a video and highlights it. I did it last year. I smoked it. And I was like, I'm done. I would not waste my time with that again. I'll say something in my video, but you don't see me saying anything right here. I was like, nope, you ain't never going to see it. For what? And then the guy behind him, right? Doug Greedy, he can't come call me out either. Come on. I'm waiting. Because I got a volcano waiting. I burned down your whole channel. And Roast is like, yeah, you do not want. You're not ready because I've been waiting. But it's not going to happen. And there's a reason why. I tell you, every video you make, I will roast. And I could be doing it if I want to. I could be a big a-hole if I want to. So, yeah, we get the idea right here. This is not bad that Microsoft is giving gamers the option to convert, but it has nothing to do with saying physical preservation, because if that was the case, I'm not doing this. So let me know what you guys actually think about this. I had to make this video because stop with the comments of Xbox giving you a physical. You don't support physical. Not even in the PlayStation world that much. It's all a bunch of baloney. And if every third-party developer and publisher says, I'm only digital, what you gonna do about it? Nothing, because it doesn't matter. See? If Sony's doing it, they're all following them. All of them are going digital. And if they all go digital and you got no disc, it does not matter. You can't change those publishers' minds. That's what you're not seeing. AGN out. As usual. Meta.